私の故郷は滅ぼされたの。エンプーサ、パティ、それにアイオナ。私はもう二度と仲間が死んでいくのを見たくないの。運命を狂わせる手は私が招いた結果、その原因は私自身で断ち切らないと。私もノアステラだよ。私の故郷は滅ぼされたの。エンプーサ、パティ、それにアイオナ。私はもう二度と仲間が死んでいくのを見たくないの。運命を狂わせる手は私が招いた結果、その原因は私自身で断ち切らないと。私もノア。
Yo, yo, yo! Another day, another task. So, yeah, we have prophecy in front of us, we have some dailies in front of us, we have a at least somewhat packed schedule, so we're just gonna start with the dailies, gonna get them out of the way, see if we can get some nice gear, do our stages, and then we're just gonna go into prophecy and yeah, see what we can figure out. Though I don't know, I'm quite sure that Stella's gonna be OP. Timeless Aiona will be OP. Anything past that, we'll have to see. So, what I find a little sad is that unfortunately you can't one-shot all of the bees at once, right? So you would actually have to use someone like a multi-hit special as Stella, or just someone like Timeless Aiona who just hits a whole bunch if you want to get rid of these bees. So yeah, we'll have to see which characters actually fit that description and who can successfully clear out these bees. And then also it's going to be interesting to see how we want to time the destruction of the core when he starts doing the laser. Because the more stacks we let that guy build up, or the enemy build up, the more damage we're going to get when the vulnerability phase then actually lasts. So it's going to be a trade-off between, do you rather try to beat the phase early and get less of a bonus but more phases, or try to let the phase go on as long as possible? Yeah, so at least more variance, but yeah, the first step really is going to be trying to test out who actually works against these bees properly anyway, because it Lorelei could be fun. Because if Lorelei can one-shot these bees with like her ult, and then just continue one-shotting them one after the other, that could be something. You finished the sticker about F Bella. If you want me to add it to the server, if you feel like that's something you want, send it to me on Discord and I'll add it straight away. It's the cinema one, right? I think I saw the sketch, like, what was it, like 1 or 2 weeks ago? Looked pretty damn nice. You send it to the server? I'll check it out as soon as I have the time and then see that we get it available to everyone as soon as possible. Alright, now we have AoE attack Lorelei. Look at this. Look at the Lorelei with AoE attacks. Incredible. Like a tidal wave, she just annihilates everything and everyone. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, what else do we have here? We should be on the last wave. It's gonna take a while, but I just hope our gear drops are good. Because the last 2 days were basically a huge scam. Nothing useful whatsoever. Alright, just one guy left. Oh yeah, for those of you currently waiting for us to actually get through the dailies, what do you think about Albrecht? Huh? Any great great thoughts? Hate him, like him, wondering why the hell is he heavy armor? Do you even have any heavy armor sets lying around? And what about... Yeah, I don't know. What about him in general, huh? He's pretty. True, I guess. But what does that have to do with his usefulness? Alright, come on. Please, give me like a hammer. Give me something to work with here. A hammer... and a light armor bloodborne headpiece. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Hey, how's it going? Yo, what's up? What's up? That reminds me of this one headpiece I wasted. And that is... I bound a piece accidentally to Dalcalo. But now that we have another copy of it, it's looking up. That it is. So... okay... If I remember correctly, yes, we have a level 4 non-faction piece, headpiece. Which means we can take the level 4, put it into the other piece here already, and then just upgrade it. So we now have a faction piece on level 4, which is obviously more useful. There we go, sweet. How many hammers do I have? 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. What do I do with the hammer? What do I do with the hammer?
Vassal of the Bathory, a drifter from Sunset Isle, a sacrifice bound to the seal, and Noah Neverland, who has walked with me through uncountable pasts.
Let's see what happens. Shit. So, are we trading 8% crit rate and 4% all damage for 4% crit rate and 9% all damage. Yeah, worth it. But keep in mind, if we reduce our crit rate here, that means we get less crits, and no crits means crit damage is useless, you know? So we'll probably stick with the original for now. Alright. What else do we have to do? Some quick church tower. Save your church shards if you want to. Because Albrecht is going to enter the church charts. Hey, Atomic, what's up? Pew! Wow. Look, Agaris, he's doing so much damage. 76. Nice. Though, I don't know, I feel like Mr. Albrecht might just be a one copy kind of guy. Unless he's like really good for story pushing. Because if he heals really well, you might be able to just invest more into him. Because he can heal and he can increase your damage dealt. The question is just how well can he heal, right? If you have a Quinn in the front line, can a Albrecht keep her alive? You wouldn't mind Akko or Vandus, to be honest, but might as well save him for when he gets added at this point. Yep, might as well. I'm saving my church shards too. Whee! Nice. Final blow. Okay, we have this out of the... So we did the Time 1, we did the Tomb of the Fallen, we did the Infinite Abyss, Castle, Tribute, Collect, Summon. Let's check out the clan quest to see if we need to do anything special there. Give a like. Ancestral Vault. 3 PvP, 1 extra summon twice, and begin a meeting in the council chamber. Okay. So extra summon once. Castle. Council chamber. Yes. And they're like, I don't want to do it. So we go with I don't want to do it, and we hope everybody else agrees. That usually seems to work. Alright, these expeditions are still on their way. Stereo Wilderness? What's going on? Ooh. Stellar Quest. Oh yeah, today's Monday, isn't it? Know what that means? That means we, obviously we give some more affinity to Hati. But no, what it actually means... Affinity 8, what's that? What it actually means is we can check out the usage rankings again. 86, Quinn on 70, and then Fleeting Bella, Bella, Del Carlo, Lamia, Acapella, Stella not too terrible, above Agnes, with Amy, Noah, Lorelei, Seth, Hati, then all these people all the way down. And the least used unit of them all is Agaris and Piera and Darcias. Wow, surprising. And then here we have Bella Acapella, Aiona, Quinn, and Bella. So Bella, Acapella, Aiona, and Quinn. Seems about right, nothing too surprising. These things are weird anyway. Infinite Abyss, who cares? Gauntlet, yep. The most used PvP team, just as many... oh, Silver Shadow! We can get Silver Shadow level 5 today. Ha! Alright, let's do that. Let's get ourselves our Silver Shadow level 5.
This is
is quite interesting.
There we go, GG. Alright. Yep, nice. And quick assault. Okay, let's check out all the boxes. We have 6. Ooh. Could have been worse. Here we're going to go. We're going to do the random ones first. Hey, nice. So we only need to pick 14 of them. I hope I just I hope I just picked the right one, otherwise. Alright, there we go. Sweet! Finally. Finally. Okay, so we now have 3 level 5 artifacts in Philosopher, Silver Shadow, Eye of Truth. So next one to work on is gonna be Poseidon's Skull, and then after that, I don't know. I'm gonna do something.
See anything you like? Oh, this is a fine item indeed. You have a good eye.
Yep.
Thank you for your patronage.
This out of the way. Nice.
We look forward to your next visit. Do remember to
I'm doing Poseidon's over Fruit of Immortality. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking for damage, right? I'm not really looking for like any tankiness. I don't really think it's too impactful for story progress at the moment anyway. Like most of the rankings aren't decided. Like rankings like Prophecy, Night of the Hunt aren't decided by how tanky your units are. Loki, you feel like every weekend should be double drops? I mean, every 2 weekends is fine too, but we're not even getting that. I think we get like every 3 weekends maybe? I'm not even sure. It might just be a once a month thing. I'm unsure. Alright, so we've this done. Among Strangers, yeah. So the Cosmic Singularity on 3, auto clear. The Bon Voyage on 11, auto clear. The tasks. 12 hours, not too bad. Another 20 hours here. Could be worse. 60 of those.
Oh, welcome. See anything you like?
Let's start stocking up on some enchanter balls in preparation for you know who, right? Mr. Albrecht. So let's start stacking up on some of those. 55 hours, that's like 2,400. So we need another 2,000, so that's like 530. Lucky punch. Aww.
Oh, welcome. See anything you like? Oh, this is a fine item indeed. Please come again.
Lucky.
Forward to your next
I mean, alright.
Do remember to come.
Alright.
Do you need me to examine you? To gain something else must be given.
A fulfilling day indeed.
Okay, I think we're through. It's time for us to take on Prophecy. And see what we can learn. $103 million. Look at these scores. Like, just look at these scores. 95 million, 6 million, 2 million. I mean, what even is this? 95 versus 6 versus 2, huh? Alright.
Anywhere you want to go, I'll take you anywhere.
So now we kind of have to go through units that we think could potentially work. So
Telford, you don't look like much.
I wonder if a Lamia with her bounce attack can actually kill multiple.
This is quite interesting.
Alright, let's see. I think the goal was probably to use Cyrene to retarget. So that you could like use Van Helsing to kill the bees, you know?
Without limit begins from here.
Alright, let's try Nightmare. So we're just gonna try a bunch of people that could potentially
Quite interesting.
deal with the bees. So first off, let's try Lorelei. Because why not? Okay, so we target the first one. Can't even one-shot. Takes way too long. So Lorelei doesn't work. Lorelei doesn't work. Good enough. Someone that obviously is gonna work, but we just have to confirm it, should be Stella. There we go, but you can kind of see, unfortunately, we weren't even able to kill all of them. Which means it would be either us boosting a Stella with a fleeting Bella, or having to ult twice. Alright, let's try it again. She doesn't even stay there, damn. Yeah, that's because she killed something and then she like teleports away. But yeah, it's interesting. She can actually apply stasis to bosses. Does it do anything? I don't think so. But she can do it, which is something. Alright, and then now for the next ult. Still hasn't killed yet. We might just need a more powerful Stella, which is not a good sign. That is not a good sign. Alright, let's get some more blood soul recovery going. Yeah, but she runs away out of range at the start already, you know? She unfortunately builds too much distance even from the start. Alright, let's see. What if we do use Lamine? So this one is gonna kill one of them. Lamine ult should kill another one. But it doesn't count as her stacks. Why do they always have to do Lamine so dirty? Why? You finished watching the Albrecht video, you're devastated. In a bad way? Aww. But why can't they just finally let Lamine actually use her talent to gain blood soul recovery? Right? Like, there are finally units you can actually kill. But it still doesn't make a difference. And they don't even count. They don't even count as units to be hit. Okay, so then let's try Agnes and see what she does. Doesn't seem to work. So yeah, they're undisplaceable then, huh? So you do inflict like the physical damage, you do inflict everything else, but yeah, they're unpullable. They still take a decent amount of damage from Agnes's ult itself, but okay. Then how about Van Helsing? Huh? Van Helsing plus Cyrene. So we're now gonna retarget with Van Helsing. Maybe not. I could have sworn I targeted something else other than the boss right there. But maybe I'm wrong. Well, you never know. You never know. So let's try that again. So Van Helsing ult. And then we want to target this one bug back there. But then it like instantly swaps back over to attacking the boss. So Van Helsing also doesn't work in killing them. I mean, one unit that absolutely works, undeniably so, is gonna be Timeless Aiona, right? So summon your units. And then you Timeless Aiona. And they're dead, right? But what about anybody else? Yeah, someone said Julius. So let's try out Julius. Let's see. So Julius runs to the boss. The music is fantastic, yes. That's my main motivation for being like, ah yeah, I feel like I can actually play this for quite a few attempts, you know? Alright, let's try that again. Okay. So we can move people into the range by just using someone like a Timeless. Alright, what about Lamia? Let's gear Lamia and see what a Lamia can do against these flying thingies. Alright, come on, Lamia. Save us. Yeah, but unfortunately, no matter how you try it, you're not gonna be able to hit all of them anyway. Right? Barely any damage. Wow, we killed one. Nice. I'm unsure if my Lamia currently, if my Daikalo currently is geared. Okay, we probably have to put them into the front line, otherwise we don't have enough range. Okay. What do they even do when he absorbs these flies? Increases physical damage dealt and restores 20%. And you only gain the vulnerability if nobody's left alive. Fantastic. Huh? Where's the vulnerability? Didn't we clear in time? I swear we did. Just came to Lamine working? No, Lamine's once again trash. Trash tier garbage that does nothing. It's so depressing. Hey, we have the vulnerability. Wow. So unbelievably amazing. And we gained that vulnerability exactly one time. Okay, so who else? Who else do we have left? Noah? Hmm. Dicarlo plus Cyrene? Why Dicarlo plus Cyrene though? Where's Noah? Oh, there he is. You know, Noah is actually kind of effective. Noah actually, because with his AoE, he can create a one-shot. And then with these projectiles after the AoE, he can, I guess, also get a one-shot. Alright, so we have our Noah. Okay, let's say we go Noah, Stella, Bella. Who else, right? Noah, Stella, Bella. Yeah. Hmm. Noah, Stella, Bella. And then we need like 2 side characters that can maybe deal damage. What about Cecia? I mean, technically, if we are already out here running all these summoner related units anyway, we might as well, right? Might as well throw her in there too. And then what? We need someone, one more person. Maybe Ressa. All right. So the team would be Noah, Stella, Cecia, Bella. Noah, Stella, Cecia, Bella, and then Ressa. Ah, but that would force me to use Bella ult. Wait, we don't have a healer in here. Do we need a healer? We might need a healer. That song is good, yes, but anything past that, forget about it. This fight is awful. Shit. Alright, so let's actually try to lock in and see if this even works. So yes, we can apply a shield to her, which is good. Then we get the kill. We get the dash in. We get the kill confirm. You know, this might have actually been a fun fight if Timeless wasn't again that much stronger than anybody else. Because there's no way in hell any normal team is gonna decide this. It's again gonna come down to, so how much damage can your Timeless do? Oh, more? Congratulations. Less? Aww, so sad. I mean, 10 million, that's not bad, is it? I told you Stella was cooking damage-wise. Like, she does stuff. Everybody else, I don't know. Yeah, but our units aren't dying anyway too, right? I don't think it makes a big difference who we give this to. But yeah, 10 million, that's not a lot, is it? So, Soros... Yeah, look at this shit, right? What is this? What is this? 147 with Timeless. And then just troll runs, right? Yeah. Alright, let's try our own Timeless run then. So we have our Timeless, we have Acapella, we have Cyrene. Yep, so Acapella, Cyrene, Aiona, then Fleeting Bella. Whoops. There we go. Alright. So that's 4. We need one more unit. Theobald? No. Let's go with Ressa. Cause why not? Alright, let's check out what this team can put up. So we have our Timeless, we have Acapella, we have Fleeting Bella, we have Ressa, and we have Cyrene. Another new moon to trigger Blood Moon more often? Plausible. Let's try that again. Alright, so a cappella start. Whoops. Should have triggered Aiona earlier there. But yeah, the question is, what do you care more about? Like, actually playing the mechanics? Or just getting as many timeless Aiona triggers out as like humanly possible, you know? Yes, the music is unique to this fight. They've made it specifically, I guess, for this event. Alright, let's think. So, what I'm currently wondering is this. When energy reaches 100%, the Formless enters cannon mode for a duration, exposing the energy core. The longer you let this go on, the more damage taken increase this guy gets. But is that worth anything at all whatsoever? That's the big mystery. Yeah. You obviously want to wait until your ult finishes casting. You obviously don't want to just go with it. Okay, so I have an interesting idea. What if we bring someone else instead of Ressa? And that is going to be Tinoa. We're going to bring Tinoa. And the reason why we're going to bring Tinoa is because Tinoa is going to do more damage than a Bella. But he's still going to be able to summon summons, which should make us let us deal more damage. You know? No. Very smart. Very smart. So the hope here is that we can, with this extra blood soul, so let's see, it's a 4-minute fight, which means we're going to at minimum get 12 extra blood. And with that 12 extra blood, who knows? Huh? Maybe we'll be able to pull off a smoother ult rotation or two. So if our last slot is kind of wasted anyway. But to test this out, we just have to quit out of this, right? And try it again, because we used Noah in the last fight already. So. Oh, and also Noah gets boosted by Cyrene, right? So that might very well be a little something. I could have sworn I set my card hand. Maybe I didn't save. how has Stella been doing for you? So I kind of want it for collection purposes. She's really nice. Like, I feel like if Timeless Aiona wasn't a thing, she would be very much up there. By quite a bit, actually. But, alright. Here we go, 1. And then we boost ourselves. Then we boost every marksman. We want to make sure we have as much Timeless Aiona uptime as physically possible. Yeah, this can work. This can absolutely work. Is Octavia not viable as a magic damage buffer? It's not worth the blood souls. I don't know. Like, looking at the blood soul recovery we have here, looking at the cost of one Timeless Aiona rotation, seeing how our main goal is to basically have 100% uptime on Timeless Aiona, I don't think it's worth the blood cost, you know? 1 billion? Yes. I wish I had 1 billion. Who you just said earlier, he's an AoE healer with some debuffs on his ult. Yes. He's a healer with heavy armor from the Charge faction and a gigantic radius for AoE healing plus increased damage taken. Alright, there we go. We are currently rank 1. So yeah, it's yes. Nice. What else? Is there anything I mean, we can do the same the other guy was doing. Just troll in a little bit. Put in Mr. Kane. Is it worth to get more than 1 copy of Stella? No. I don't think so. I don't think it's necessary. Obviously, we'll pay more attention to our second attempt, but for now... Oh no, he's absorbed them. Oh no, shockwave. We're dead, right? And for who else do we use? Jones. Clearly, it has to be Jones. So no, let's go with her. Yeah. Come on, go Piera. I like her animations. Sad that no one's ever gonna use her. Pain. Alright. So, there we go. But for now, the real question is, how much more damage can you get out of a timeless team? More damage than Kane did? Really? No. No. Kane did 24. She only did 16. But she was also... Now, both were level 200. Regina back age Paracelsus. Yeah, he might be onto a little something there. But sure, let's try. Let's try Otavia, right? Why not? What do I have to lose? Exactly nothing. There's nothing for me to lose by trying out Otavia here. So we have Otavia. Will Stella be needed for this prophecy? If you want to build a successful second team, I would say so. But if you just want to play one timeless Aiona round, you can use her without. Why was I using T Noah? Silver Shadow Chronometer artifact on T Noah, giving us extra blood souls, allowing us to get out slightly more timeless Aiona ults. That was the whole thought process behind us running Noah. Yeah, I don't know if the extra blood soul cost is worth it. Albrecht replacing T Noah on Wednesday to trigger Blood Moon when... Oh! Is Albrecht actually gonna come out? Before the prophecy ends? Ooh. He is, huh? Barely. It's gonna be the last day of prophecy when Albrecht is gonna be there. That could work. Thibault much better as a debuffer. So is Seth not needed at all for the paralysis after all? The struggle is dealing with the wasps in the first place. Like, outside of Timeless Aiona, there's barely anything else that can deal with the wasps. What I used was, like, for example, T Noah plus Cecia. Like, T Noah and Cecia to deal with the wasps, but... I don't know, there's barely anything. There's barely anything that can properly deal with them. Unless you have, like, heavy investment. And you unfortunately can't pull them together, nor can you push them away. So you really need something with like that big range to actually hit all of them. And even a Lemine, if you attack, she only kills one of them. And even if she kills one of them, it doesn't count as a kill, so you don't get a Blood Frenzy stack. Which is... yeah... could be better. Alright, yeah... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like going with T Noah isn't that dumb, you know? Now the question is, no, I think we probably keep it on F Bella. I'm at a point where I have to think about what to spend my Soli on. Do I keep upgrading Aiona's gear or do I keep leveling vessels? Probably get to level 200 ASAP. I mean, Aiona gear upgrading is always fine, right? Like, if you upgrade Aiona's gear, that's value straight out of the gate. At least for headpiece, ring, and jacket. But upgrading gear for anybody else, at that point, might as well prioritize leveling. Might as well prioritize leveling. What's the first team? I think the best team you're gonna find should be something like this. But also, I'm not sure. Like, you could probably just replace Bella with Noah, and you might be even more efficient. So before we do another run of that, I kind of want to see what Julius can do. Like, how much damage a Julius can put out. Even though I'm surprised, why is his attack still so low? I swear he has quite a decent amount of pieces. But yeah, let's see what a Julius can do over the battle of, or like over the course of one fight. And also it's gonna show us how important or unimportant Noah's blood soul recovery truly is. But yeah, we barely see. I don't really see us using anybody else's ult here, because we barely have enough ult to like keep up 100% timeless Aiona uptime. I guess you could say that stun was kinda unlucky. I wonder if I'm doing this in like the wrong order. Should I be going in with Fleeting Bella first and then Timeless? I mean, I think so, right? I mean, it works for some rotations, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, having Noah in or out, it barely changes anything. But hey, look, even though we have been using Cyrene's ultimate and we haven't done a single Julius ult, Julius is almost out damaging Cyrene. Yes, you could be like, oh, but what is 7.2 million versus 138? And yes, you would be right. But still, like, come on. Let's see what a Noah does without any attacks. Or I guess without any ult. Or we might be able to squeeze in one Noah ult, depending on how the Blood Soul recovery lines up. Yeah, it all kind of ends up being the same. The 2% works? The what? What 2%? But look at Noah's damage. It's nothing. 1.27 million. But at least Timeless gets more damage out. We could try a Bella to trigger another Blood Moon. I mean, why not, right? Let's try running a Bella instead of a Noah. See if we can potentially get her ult off like once. But even then, I don't really see this as doing much. It's hard to see anything being more efficient than what we're currently doing, you know? Maybe if you just deal more damage with just the basic rotation and you just kind of hope. I mean, I guess with the Bella we at least get the first Blood Soul recovery earlier, meaning overall we should be restoring a bit more. I don't know if this rotation was actually worth anything. Probably not. Seeing as how we're not in the form, yeah. If we are doing it like this, I don't know. Maybe swap up the rotations a little. No clue. No clue. Alright, so shortly before 8 we go into Aiona, then we a cappella, then we Serene, we wait for the ult to end, we continue. I feel like the best thing we can do with the extra Blood Souls is potentially running another Siren ult, you know? Like for example, here, because the wait time is going to be that big, we're just going to run another Siren ult. So that when the Aiona ult runs out, we can just go with it. Is chronometer on Tinoa working? Absolutely. Full chrono lineup is garbage. It's gonna do no damage. It's not gonna kill the beast. It's probably just gonna die. Yeah, like full chrono lineup wouldn't work. But also you want the blood soul recovery from Acapella, so you would want at minimum Fleeting Bella, Acapella, and Timeless Aiona. So the maximum you could get is taking out Cyrene for, I don't know, Noah, and then hoping that does, but you're basically already using every ult when you can. So it's not like you're magically just gonna get more damage. Yeah, the only thing I see actually helping is getting an additional Cyrene ult in. Like, that's the only thing I can see actually working positively. Like, maybe 1 or 2 Cyrene ults more now that you're using, let's say, Noah or Bella. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't even seem worth it to try to sneak in another Aiona, because it just throws off your rotations later down the line. Lemine doesn't work. Doesn't work. Okay, now for the last couple of seconds, we do want to use a Cyrene ult, just so we can get access to Timeless Aiona's ult earlier. Still ends on pretty much the same fucking damage. But yeah, Bella did even less damage than a Noah. 700,000 less to be exact. Yeah. But is that Blood Soul thing actually worth anything? What if we just don't multi-Cyrene ult? Alright, let's try that again. Whoops, we have to reset. So what I want to try is just running Julius, but not doing any ults and maybe changing up like the last ult rotation slightly. Just to see if anything changes positively. Or we could try running Stella. So we would only use Stella once these like minions spawn in. And then hopefully, but I mean, Aiona, she just kills them anyway. So I don't think there's a lot of, yeah, I don't know, opportunities for Stella to shine anyway. Bella or Tinoa? Both do the same. Like, honestly, probably Bella. But they basically both do the same thing. Bella just starts it slightly earlier. But yeah, if you don't run Silver Shadow, I don't see a realistic way for you to get out any ults that are not Timeless Aiona. Or I guess Cyrene a cappella, obviously. Yeah, but I don't know, Silver Shadow just seems to add more damage. Yeah, you just have a smoother time. So, I don't know, I think I'm just gonna stick with Noah. Not really for damage reasons, at least I don't think so, but just for I want to use Noah reasons. Because both just kind of do their job in giving you 1 extra blood. But outside of that, not a lot is happening. So many enchanters balls needed if I wanted to upgrade a cappella ult further. Alright, let's do one last run. I don't know, this is depressing. This is very depressing, the results here. Similar to last prophecy, but I guess even more pronounced in that basically no team outside of Timeless really makes a difference. I mean, obviously you're gonna get the additional maybe 20-25 million out there, but what is 25 million versus 150, you know? Alright, I want to try one other thing. What if we go with Cyrene first, a cappella ult after? Does that yield more or less damage? That's what I need to know. Oh. Oh yeah, no. No. That just destroys the rotation because you don't get access to a cappella. So no, don't do that. Don't do that. Not worth it. Spectre and Bella for other two teams, I guess. I don't even know if you want to use Spectre Girain. Like, honestly, I don't even think he's gonna do anything much. But yeah, I don't know. Like, running any team that's not Timeless Aiona here, just... I don't know. It's certainly possible. It is certainly possible. It just requires... you know what I'm curious? Why are we running Van Helsing? Just as like an off DPS here? Like this score, 147.3 with the Van Helsing instead of a Noah is at least impressive. But I don't think he actually shoots any... Like, I don't think he activates Van Helsing's ult a single time. Yeah, but look at the score. 3.7 million. That's nothing. Like, that's terrible. Yes, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I'll turn this into a video. I give you all a proper team. Maybe 2, maybe 3 proper teams if I feel like it. But I don't think we're gonna make any more progress here. I think this time I'm just gonna wait and see if anybody else comes out with any funky teams and then try to reverse engineer. Because for now, can you hit more than 150? Currently I wouldn't know how. Like, maybe with like perfect acapella RNG and good Siren times, I could do like 152, 153, 154. But outside of that, I don't really see more damage than that happening, you know? But who knows? Who knows? We shall see. So, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, we see each other in the next one, and specifically with a more in-depth video guide later today, whenever I feel like it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. At least we got a Bloodborne headpiece, which was very surprising. Though our gear rolls could have been better. Still, man, why do I need so much attack speed? Like, I only have attack speed on 2 pieces, which means these 2 pieces are trash. I just need attack speed. So much attack speed. Way too much attack speed. Alright then. Bye bye.